going to start.
Okay, it's live.
Oh, we are already live. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, so how does this work then?
Okay.
Are we just in here and then it broadcasts to the server?
You can also be
Yeah.
heard, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. It's really. Okay. It's
There we
quite
go.
a latency there.
Here, let me send you guys the link to the YouTube, and then we'll just look at their chat and then answer from that.
I cannot see the live chat, by the way, so.
It should be at the bottom. What's up, Jonas? Let me see if I can pop that out and send you guys the link directly to the chat.
let's see if I already understood this.
There it is.
Okay, yeah, I can also do it. Have a good evening. Okay.
How many people do we want in before we start?
Alright. Um, we will start now with any questions from you. Are there already any questions from our viewers? If not, we can already jump into the game and I can talk a bit about our new AI update we've made. Alright, the first question. When do we plan at new levels, new objectives? Yeah, we are already working on a new level, but it probably will take some time to edit, but I can hand over that question to our level designer that's also here tonight. So, Robin, you can take over.
Hey, so yeah, we've been working on a new level for a few months now, and it's in the blockout stages. It, or I'll reveal that it's quite a larger level and it has a lot more verticality to it, and it's sort of uh has to deal with some abandoned factory environments, and there's yeah, military base, and you kind of progress through your way up the mountain and down over. But I can't reveal a whole lot.
Yeah, we still are in the early stages. But as for missions or new objectives, that would come with a new level as well, probably, or maybe a bit later. But we have some quite cool plans to have different contracts. I think we currently have plans for 8 different contract styles, or these objective styles. But obviously, this will take time to implement. Um, So current development priorities. So first of all, the last couple of weeks it was mainly the AI, and next up would be the inventory. A lot of you guys already reported bugs for the inventory. It is kind of unstable from time to time. Every now and then, and the weapon are cursed or items are not movable anymore. Um, and we therefore decided to basically make the whole inventory system from scratch again with our knowledge and feedback from you guys, and we'll make it hopefully much better than it is now, more performant, most certainly. So also players with less performant CPU will be able to play the game, hopefully. So that will be the next big thing from the programming point of view. And as Robin already said, we are also working on a new level as well as new weapons and such. So there's a lot of stuff coming the next couple of months. Um, and expanding the team. So we are currently 7. I think we already said it in our Discord. Most recently, Robin joined us, our new level designer. And for now, we will stick to that team size and we will see what the future holds. Ooh, next question will be, will there be high in and or low ready position for guns? That's an interesting question. It will depend on how tactical we want to have the game. As we want to have a mix between Tarkov and games like Insurgency, Sandstorm. So low ready and high ready was already requested by some more tactical gamers. So we might add that option, but I think we haven't decided on it yet. So that might be also a community question for you guys if you're looking for a feature like that. Next question would be PvPvE or just PvP or just PvE. Yeah, so we are only PvE with the option for co-op. We really don't have plans for any PvP content as of now. For teams, will be up to 4 players per and co-op at max. The raid length, it depends on the level and how you approach the objective, and if you, for example, there will be kind of secondary objectives, kind of random events in the levels, and we like as a player you can decide whether or not you wanna go straight forward to the mission objective and wanna extract. If you go forward, I think around about 10 minutes for extraction would be appropriate. But yeah, that will be also depending on player feedback and our level design and how you approach the whole level. So yeah, we already got good feedback for the level. That's great. We hope you will enjoy it. What kind of progression system we have planned? Um, Progression system is really something that we have talked in the team quite a lot about the topic. Mainly progression will be handled by weapon customization, the hideout customization, and will have kind of a roguelike elements in our game. So for example, you can collect additional items apart from weapons and such. For example, key cards from one level where you can then unlock certain rooms or certain areas in other levels, which will grant you better loot, for example, or you can collect better stuff for your hideout that you can then install or modify.
And this game does have DLSS.
Yeah, I can show it to you. So here's the DLS option. So we also, for example, added FX AR, double A, sorry.
FSR?
Yeah. Um, in the latest hotfix for your interest.
From what we've talked about, we don't have any separate modes in mind at the moment.
Yeah, that's correct. For the AI customization options. Yeah, that's great that you brought up that question, Jim. So, I can go through it and explain it to you. So right now I have it on low, but that's not what we are looking for. You can have some default options here. That was a bit weird. And you can go on custom, and then you can see the whole stuff you can customize. So basically aggressiveness is the first one you can adjust. Aggressiveness means, for example, if the AI sees the player, how big the chance is that they immediately start to fire. Aggressiveness means if they are in cover and peek out of cover, and the player looks at the AI, if they are immediately going back to cover or if they start nevertheless firing at the player. And it also, for example, adjusts if the AI hears shots fired, or if there's a bullet flying by them, if they go to cover, or if they're directly going to investigate the sound. So it kind of influences the. Okay, I see that we have some bugs here in the settings. But actually, aggressiveness here is not. That's the aggressiveness for that I was talking about. This one is equipment level, the second one. Sorry about that, we will immediately fix that. Aggressiveness, the second one here from the top, is equipment level actually, which means, for example, at 1 they will always spawn with helmets and vests and always with a primary weapon. And if they, for example, have AI equipment level 0, they wouldn't spawn with any vests and only with a pistol. If we go further down, we have the deliberate miss angle, which means the first shot, what the angle is that they are missing. If we go down, we have, for example, a perception threshold, which means how well they perceive the player, or at which threshold they actually can see the player. So if you go down at 0, if they only see, for example, the feet of the player, they will already see it. If you push up the threshold a bit, they will see the player only if there's more body coverage in their sight. Perception range, I think it's a bit self-explanatory. 300 meters, that's the metric here. Perception range lost means at which distance they lose the player inside. Perception angle means how much left or right they can see. aim target bone means at which bone they are actually aiming. On target aim cone means how well they are aiming. So if you have 0, they will always directly fire at the target bone. If you increase the aim target bone, it will get slightly less precise or accurate their shooting. Recoil compensation means how well they can control over distance, the accuracy. For example, if you put it at 1 here, at 500 meter or 200 meter, it doesn't matter, they always shoot at the same accuracy. If you go down a bit, you have some factor in for distance on the precision, and deliberate miss time would be how long they will miss their shots. So yeah, we have some naming issues. Sorry about that. We will fix it in the next update, and I will also publish with that more precise explanatory for that. Hope that kind of answers a bit of the questions, but we will have a post for it. Okay, so 7 members for now. That's already answered. What game is your biggest inspiration for the project? A lot of people are obviously saying it would be Tarkov. Tarkov is for sure one of our inspirations, but there are also games like Insurgency Sandstorm, Ground Branch, or Ready or Not, kind of these smaller tactical shooter games that really, especially Insurgency Sandstorm, have a great gunplay and a great middle ground between um, super realistic gunplay and a bit more casual gunplay, and that's where we also wanna go for.
We could use the chance with somebody talking about how many members to maybe introduce ourselves again.
Yes.
How about you start?
All right. I'm the sort of new, I guess, level designer and art director on the project, and my name is Robin.
Yeah, I can move on. I'm Moritz. I'm the lead developer, and I'm mainly programming all the game mechanics. And yeah, that's from my side.
I'm Paul. I do community management and quality assurance. And hopefully I can keep receiving your guys' feedback and present it to the team so that we can execute on what you guys want out of the game.
I'm Marcin. I'm a designated gun artist.
Oh, is it me?
That's
Yeah,
you.
it's you, Tyler.
Oh, let's go. So I'm Taylor. I'm the technical advisor for the weapons in the game, weapons, gear, equipment, etc. Shoot a lot of airsoft, a lot of that shit. Know a lot about that kind of stuff. So hopefully, I'm gonna help produce a pretty well-rounded, realistic game.
Awesome. So we have 2 missing, or only 1 missing member tonight. Unfortunately, our sound designer Liam is not able to join. Um,
And Erwin, our animator.
and yeah, and our animators also not able to join tonight. But in total, as we already said, we are 7 team members right now. Okay, Jim has a follow-up question. Do we introduce hold breath, similar mechanics to improve sniping? Yeah, probably we will have something like that in the game. We are still trying to figure out what would be the best way to handle stamina. Right now, you notice that there is no real stamina only when you aim down longer, the aiming gets a bit more difficult and you have some more wiggles on the hands. But for example, it might be also cool after some sprinting that you also have right when you go into ADS some more struggle, but maybe also having the option that you hold the breath. We will eventually add a system like that. And yes, Ender, we will have co-op. And what costs the game when you release? We have planned for around $20. Could be more, could be less in early access. We haven't fully decided on yet. Tom, yes, there are new maps and weapons in progress. Actually, one map we already talked a bit about it. Robin already gave
Yeah,
a
should
short.
I go over it again?
Yeah, I feel like for those that just joined,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah.
All right. So the new map we're working on, we can't necessarily talk about the setting too much, but the general plan is that it's going to be quite a bit larger than our level before and lots more verticality, as well as different areas. So there's going to be lots of long range, medium range, and CQB because the new AI systems really shine in CQB. So yeah, your goal essentially is going to be you're going up sort of a mountain, and there's going to be quarry and a couple factories and a military base on the opposite side. And there's going to be lots of ways to maneuver around this map, many different paths, and some interesting sightlines. So yeah, it's going to be a lot more to explore compared to the demo map.
And for the weapons, we have currently a new sniper rifle, probably, in the pipeline, and we also have a more, yeah, we have a rough map, I would say, for future weapons, but we don't want to go over it right now because everything is not like set in stone. But there will be for sure more weapons and more variety of weapons. Um, will there be smaller, less expansive version? No, we will have just one version. But if you're smart, you already buy our game when we launch it to early access, because that's probably will be the lowest price. And then moving forward, we probably increase the price over time, being in early access. All right. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, we have been working really hard on the AI, and I'm happy that we are enjoying it. We will have a devlog about the AI to really showcase all of our features, all the small little details you put into the AI. We also just released a new hotfix on the new demo, which should also a little bit improve the AI. All right, are there any other questions? Or did I miss anything? I can also just jump into the game and show some dev gameplay, which probably will be very bad. But
Yeah, I think we could show some gameplay.
yeah. Okay, I will go with default
Oh,
because
wait.
I don't want to lose my gear. The
Maybe you could
MP5
talk
Octopus.
about the inventory system
Yeah,
and all that we're changing with it, not specifically, but generally.
yeah. So we will completely rework the current inventory system, and we will fix the space problem that a lot of people are already complaining about, that weapons take too much space and weapon get cursed after time or whatever when putting on certain attachments. and that sometimes the inventory just completely breaks. So we have plans for that. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Grenades, a grenades plant. Yeah, we will eventually have some gadgets. But it's definitely not our highest priority at the moment, to be fair. Are there plans for different player modes, cloth, and stuff like that? Yes. I might have missed the response on co-op for demo. The current demo won't receive the co-op. We will eventually stop supporting the demo and switch over to exclusive Patreon updates for quite a while. And before early access release, we might have some playtesting and a beta. But this is all not set in stone, as we said previously. But the current demo won't have co-op support because there's still quite a lot of things to implement before we will have co-op. Yeah, thank you, Robin.
There will not be zombies.
Yeah, we will focus on Steam. To be honest, I think it's for sure the best platform to distribute the game, especially if you're FPS game and a small indie project. Yeah. All right, I will start now here. So, just so you're interested, this is, you can also change the AI setting on the fly when you're in the game. So right now it's on, I think it's on low. We'll have to, the settings are a bit bugged for this, for the AI, so we will fix it. So it seems like here's none spawned. As you may notice already in your playthroughs, the AIs are now spawned randomly on different points in the map, not as previously, where you kind of could learn these spawn locations and then it goes just from there. And oh my god, my aim is completely.
It's okay, we're only kind of judging.
Alright, I hope no other enemies notice me. Okay, just picking up the weapon. I think there's another AI. So you can see the AI has now also some more advanced attachments here, but it's also a bit
Well,
weird
this
to.
stream is a huge delay for me.
It is. Um. Yeah, for everyone who missed the demo, you can still download it, and it will be there for a couple of. Okay, there's the AI. And there's one with the sniper rifle, I think. Oh my god. Okay. Got it. So as you can see, I really have a lot of time to shoot at them because they are currently on low. So they will miss a lot of shots, so it's quite easy. The number of AI is not fixed, by the way. So I can now I know again what the first setting here was. So basically, this first aggressiveness is the AI count that will spawn. So you can set between 7 or 6, I think, and 15 right now. Yeah, previously they were at 11 actually, but always fixed.
Is there a max AI that can be randomly spawned in the level now? Or is it just static, or is it like have a strict cap?
Yeah, so you can have at currently at 15. I've kept it at 15 to ensure that performance will work out. 15 sounds like it will work for most current PCs. Okay, I heard some shots there. And yeah, the positions where they spawn are completely random. So with 15 and AI settings on hard, I barely guess a lot of people will make it to the end, but might be a challenge for some of you. So I would be happy to see someone going with hard to the end and post that in the clips and highlights sections on our Discord server. Is that actually an AI? I cannot see it. Might be worth making on the flashlight here. Or it might be a little bit unnecessary. It's midly cursed is I think a bit underwhelming. It's very cursed. Okay, there's another AI. So you can see if I'm walking closer to it, at some degree they will eventually hear me. He will turn to me, but he will miss the first 2 seconds because of the deliberate miss time. So now it's 2, and now with the aim over time, over distance factor, he will still miss a lot of shots, but then I still die after, like, that was now I think 8 shots or whatever, and that was on the low settings now. So I will now try another run with hard on, so you will see how I fell. Sorry, just have to hard on. Hard was on. I can eventually even do hard here and do custom with 15 and aggressiveness. Yeah, I think that's fine. So they will barely miss a shot and they will immediately fire at me, so you can now watch me dying.
Good luck.
Thanks. But I think that's really cool now, at least for the demo, that you can adjust the difficulty and get a more challenging experience. Okay, let's see. That your health is restored over time. No, that's not true. Your health cannot be restored over time. You can use the medic here, and the screen effect when you have, for example, got shot, reduces a bit over time. So for example, if you drop a bit of your health, you can see the screen effect, and over time it reduces a bit. So it might feel like you're healing, but actually it's just a screen effect that you kind of get used to kind of your wounds or whatever. Okay.
It's mostly like a suppression thing, like you'd see in
Yeah.
a squad or something.
Exactly. Okay, so this one was quite easy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So as you can see now I have the screen effect and it slowly goes away. Okay, so the AI took cover, which is unfortunate because I can't see them anymore. I will pick up the M5, because why not? Would like to see some of the AI again. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So as you can see or could see, they were hiding behind the trailer, and I wasn't expecting them, and they just showed up out of nowhere and then just shot me down. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to someone who get this done. Me personally, I don't have the skills to do so.
It's worth mentioning that in close quarters, the AI really shines.
Yeah, that's true. So if we have the time and don't have the questions at the moment, I could switch over to a testing map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's a good idea.
Good
Yeah.
idea?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and notice that your health is restored. Okay, I will check if we unfortunately have like check the in health restore option because we have one, but usually should be disabled. Will the game be supported through Steam Workshop? It's a question we quite frequently get asked by the community. We would like to have it, but we don't know if we have like the time to implement it. It would be like a really nice to have feature. We would like to really have that implemented in the end. It really comes down to if we have the time and we have the resources to do so. First of all, we just want to have the core game working. Okay, so I will just switch over to the actual project where we have like a shooting house with also random spawned enemies here. And I will showcase you how the AI plays here. We'll disable the FPS counter. And I will get us back the textures. Thank you very much. Alright, so you can see here are all these close quarter, and these are all the cover points that are automatically generated. And okay, I think I also turned on very hard here. It's definitely too hard for my skills. Alright, I think that's all fine here. So I'll have to go to settings here and adjust it. I found a similar in the debug option. It had railways, tracks, and tunnels. Very cool. Yeah. That was I think our previous demo map that we had in the very early prototype. Oh, okay. He got now into cover, I think, and will now turn over again.
You want to make sure that we can see it. We're still on the aerial view of the.
Oh my god. Okay. See, that's a problem with streaming Unreal Editor, but it should
Yeah.
be. I should be working now. Sorry.
You might have to screen display rather than a specific window.
Let's just double check. I think it should be visible now. Yeah. Okay. So I just had to change some settings. But this is the shoot house testing area that we created to test the AI and all their features. And yeah, it shows really how they behave in close quarter combat scenarios. Okay, he's hiding now, for example, and then he comes also on cover. So this is now played on mid difficulty settings. So when I turn on hard here again, I would be immediately shot because in close quarter you would have to be very quick with your hands to shot first the AI and get the advantage over them. I can also, for example, show you something here. I can toggle debug for the AI, which eventually should show what their current behavior is. So for example, if we are just standing here, we can see that they are just patrolling, they're not taking cover, they don't investigate anything. If we now move some steps, he investigating now the footstep, and he too. And they are approaching me now, and he's taking cover here, and I already got shot. So that's quite showcasing how the AI works. I will do it again. Okay. So I will equip a weapon now, so I will try to... So you can see again, they're investigating. He's attacking now. They're both attacking. And he's attacking, he's searching now me because he lost view to me. He's hiding behind that one and will then show up again. He's investigating still the shot sound. And they too are in cover. Okay. And he's here in cover, I guess. I lost. Okay. I had no ammunition left. So you can really see how the AI behaves in close quarter. First person to shot wins. Yeah, kind of. In close quarters, I think if you turn on the difficulty settings on high, you really have to make the first shot.
And of course, there will be some variety in that later with additions of more gear and such, and calibers.
Yeah. Alright. Are there any more questions regarding the AI or so? So as I said, we will showcase the AI in our next development blog. We will be hosting hopefully sooner than later, to really go in depth with the settings and with the systems that we have in place right now. You can see he's now going into cover, going out, and want to shoot at me, but I'm faster. He tries the same, but I already know that he's here. Thank you very much. He's now hiding here and goes there, and boom, bye bye. So yeah, with the debug on, it's very unfair for the AI, but you can really see how they try to approach the target and taking cover, not just going blind into the face as the old AI, which were just running after the player, and they were really easy to move out. Oh really, Ground Badge outsourced the AI. That's interesting. Maybe they should have hired us. Lol. I'm just kidding, but yeah, Ground Bench was at least for the AI settings. I guess you already guessed that, but inspiration, as they really have like a really in-depth customization for the AI, and it was also a good inspiration to see what kind of settings you can ultimately adjust for the AI and which makes sense. So yeah. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Jim. Are there any more questions? If not, we will slowly close this session and we'll prepare for the private Ask Me Anything session for the Patreons.
One last question about the floor.
Yeah, Robin, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. we wouldn't be having a flea market like Tarkov just because of the game's offline nature, at least for now, because that would bring in something entirely different with cheating problems and a lot of that infrastructure that we're not sure about at the moment, given that we're still pretty early compared to the final view of the project. And maybe you can answer on how soon we'd see go up.
Yeah. So our current time plan would be that core would be ready end of July, early August. But we really stressed ourselves for this AI update, for example, and we really cracked through weekends to make this happening sooner than later. And we just have to see um, if we can continue that progress, or if there are just eventually some more problems arriving or show up throughout the whole inventory rework. And yeah, as you know, game development isn't really plannable, I would say. So we have planned to do it late summer or mid to late summer. If we make it sooner, great. If we make it later, don't be disappointed, please. Oh, you are the one that played the 170 hours, Jim. That's really impressive. Can you tell me how you were able to spend that much time in the demo?
Yeah, I want to know your stash value too.
Yeah. How often had you actually have to reset your inventory? That would be also
Oh
interesting.
god.
Um, yeah. Will there be an option to hold the breath down aiming down the line or down the sight scope, whatever? We eventually, yeah, we are actually currently thinking about a stamina system. All right. So, are there any more questions? If not, we would slowly wrap this session up for now.
Yep, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna prep for the Patreon AMA.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. I would say that we also just wrap it up now. Thank
Yeah,
you
okay.
all. Yeah, thank you all for joining the Ask Me Anything session, showing up. It was great to answer your questions. I hope we were able to answer most of them and give you all a small insight in the development.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone.
Yep, cool. We will hold probably another Ask Me Anything session for sure. I think this is a great possibility for us to interact with you. So stay tuned. We will announce anything regarding Ask Me Anything sessions or whatever else we going to do in our Discord. So be sure to stick around. Have a great evening or afternoon or wherever you are. And see you the next time. Bye.
Bye.